Well, it's been a bit of a long day. No, not saying it's been a long day. I only went with a few horses this morning. Just wanted to square away some horses. We were going to make some shoeing changes, so I wanted to address those. I wanted to make sure the blacksmith could come before. Where you go, bud? The blacksmith could come before tomorrow, because we're going to be training a number of horses tomorrow. Now, it's so weird. We always have continued sickness, right? There's always going to be a horse that's a little sick, and we had 3 distinctive different bugs go through the barn this year. They didn't go through like wildfire. There was a smattering of them here and there and everywhere. And we had the last virus that went through, though. There's horses that got a little bit sick and just not pouring out of them. They look sicker than the waves before. 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Sir Strong got sick and had very lethargic for about 2 days. We had to put him on penicillin, straight penicillin, and an antibiotic called Genocin. And it was only after that he started to come around. Pretty aggressive treatments too. So I told that anybody that had a temperature, anybody that had any snot in their nose or any coughing is not training tomorrow. We got to nip this in the bud really, really quick. So the horses that got it are getting over it. They aren't training tomorrow. And the ones that may or may not have it, Cutie Cumber had a little bit of a temperature this week. Real Fear had a little bit of a temperature this week. Those types of horses aren't training. And those horses are way ahead anyway. Way ahead. Those 2 in particular are way ahead of everybody else thus far. So we're going to have some scratches tomorrow. Just a training day. We're going to have some scratches tomorrow. And then I'm going to look to maybe get the drone out next Saturday. Got to check the weather. Got a number of things. Because we're supposed to go away on the 24th. But who knows with with everything going on right now, if that'll happen. Today, Ava thought she was going to get ahead of Daddy today. They're supposed to be in school, so we can't just hire a nanny. So we moved to asynchronous learning, which is, they virtually just give you a bunch of papers and say, hey, complete the assignments type thing. How they used to do it when we were kids. But now they want everybody on like a Zoom call, a Zoom class. And it's just not possible, right? 1, there's no internet at the training center. There's no Wi-Fi at the training center. And 2, we don't really have, we have 100, we have 90 horses at Tomiko. And Amy's got a barn full to take care of. I got a training center to take care of, like a whole herd of horses. So there's always, hey, can you come go with this horse, or can you come go with that horse? This one, maybe a little off today, or this one didn't seem right. There's always Anthony's list. It's a rolling list. It's never 0. And I have to go with a bunch of them. Now I try my hardest on cold days or rainy days to skirt that list best I can. Couldn't get rid of it today. That just near burnt the retinas out of me. Had to go with some today. So get to the barn, but old Daddy was pretty sharp. I got my hotspot on my phone and made Ava sit right here in front of the class to do her Zoom class. The old Caddy 2.0. So Ava was doing her schoolwork in the car while I was out training. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but it works. So really, isn't that? I guess that's the saying of the last 2 years. Not perfect, but it works. And that's kind of what we've done. We've tried to cobble it. We're gonna have to cobble together her schooling in my car or Amy's car or something. Same with that, Ollie also getting that done. So there's weird, different work to take care of. I was pretty proud of myself, though. I had to Google it. Hotspot and tethering, but I got it done. Hotspotted Ava. She was all good for the day. We were busy ourselves. James, we were short James because he was schooling today. We schooled LDs, Patrick, and Globetrotting. Jason, Cindy, and Jeff. Everybody in that barn did a great job getting Globetrotting's AST down. She's ready to go now. Didn't go a super fast mile with her today. I think James said 2.2, but he said there's a vicious headwind, and she trotted strong down the lane. Her AST was down to 1,400 after today with treatment. Should be down to normal. Should be down below normal, a normal watermark for next week. I believe Saturday she'll race the same day that LD's Patrick will go, and I had James go with LD's Patrick because I'm going to fire that bum that drove him last week. I'm going to put James back on him next week. James, he didn't love LD's Patrick, and I had a couple of Father Patricks that get under my skin sometimes, but when they're not proper, they're sour. They can get a little crotchety, and they're hard to deal with, and that's exactly how exactly how Eldise Patrick was, I suspect, for a while. It's just the way it is. I don't care. I said this last week. I don't care who you are. Ron Burke, Joe O'Brien, Stanley Dancer. Nobody got along with every horse. And there's going to be somebody out there that say, yes, Joe O'Brien got along. No, he didn't. No, it's impossible. No one gets along with every horse. And Eldise Patrick maybe just wasn't a good fit for that barn. I have no idea, but I know well enough that it's not really a great place to shop in Ben's barn. You're not going to find very many home improvements in that barn. They don't miss a whole lot. I think it was just maybe that horse just didn't fit in with them. But I'm happy that he's fit in our barn so far. So James will drive him next week. Him and Globetrotting. Locatelli is in to go on Monday. White Tiger is in. They both dropped down, seemingly in company anyway. Well, White Tiger's in the 24,000 class. Locatelli seems to be in the 22, which he's raced in. I'm sure there's some horses that are good in there, but again, they both look like they're in where they maybe can do some damage this week. Jekyll and Hyde. What about our girl, My Jazz? Raced great the other night. Jekyll and Hyde will be in to go next week also. And then I'm driving Tour de Lindy. And who's the other horse I'm driving? Tour de Lindy, and Compass Rose DC on Tuesday. So I'm going over to Ohio Monday, Tuesday. I'm going to train all our 3-year-olds that we're getting prepped for the Ohio season. I don't have to go fast. I'm going to go. Some of them are supposed to be ready to go. Granite Hill. Now, I entered some horses in the sale last night. Granite Hill was one of them. I want to train him. He's going to be ready and maybe race once or twice before the sale comes. So I want to know where those horses are. Kathy with an eye, entered her in the sale also. She's going to train on Wednesday. Nothing is saying these horses have to go to the sale. It cost me $165 US to put them in the sale. Nothing to take them out. So they're in there for now as a precautionary thing. I don't want to get 5 weeks down things. Granite Hill's terrible. He's just slow. Okay, well, I wish I had put him in the sale. Being a little proactive. So that's what we did with some of these horses. Who are the 3 that were going together? Matt's MVP. Another horse should be ready to go soon. I didn't put him in the sale, but he should be ready to go soon. Now that I say it out loud, maybe I should have. I'm going to mull that over for the rest of the day. So a lot going on for me right now, and nothing I hate worse than all these things coming at me at once, right? Got to go to the sale on the 17th. By the way, guys, we're nowhere near where we're supposed to be to go to the sale. I would say, truthfully, if you're asking me right now, what are we going to do with the sale, Anthony? We're probably going to look to buy 1, maybe 2 horses. It's not going to come out to 120 to 130,000. It just isn't. Do I have to refine that number so people feel more comfortable? I don't know. I guess I should, because it is a commitment. Looking at everything going on, I've talked to a number of people that were interested in the same horse as we are, in particular, Which Way to the Beach. There's no shot on earth that he's going for anywhere near what I thought he'd go for. So that's not going to happen. So now we have to shift our attention to what would, and likely will happen. That will be somewhere, maybe around. We have maidens coming out who will be non-winners to 2. So Eldise Patrick and up. That's what we're looking for, that range of horses for the January 17th sale. But honestly, I know that I've had a couple people text me and say, Anthony, I just want to see what you get. That's not going to fly, because I'm going to tell you right now, if we don't have the interest, if I can't get to at least 70% interest in me going to the sale and purchasing those types of horses, I'm just not going to go. It's just not going to happen, right? And that's the way it has to be. Because think of it, how is it fair to anybody that is buying in? There's a number of people, I don't know, 45%, maybe even 50, that are interested. What happens when I buy that horse? I can't race the horse till it's paid for. And if I only have 70% interest, even Ava can do that math. That means we're 30% short. So I think my financial goal should be refined, because we're not going to buy or bid on even Which Way to the Beach now. So that changes everything. I want to buy 2 horses. They shouldn't cost any more than 40 or 50,000. So you should be able to get that down to 90 to 100, really. And that's what I'll do. I'll have Wendy send out a message to everybody. This is what we're actually looking to do. And quite frankly, guys, I'm going to be honest. There was 10 horses on my list. Which Way to the Beach is gone now, so that's 9. 9 horses on my list. Of the 9 horses on my list, I don't know, they may go much higher than that. Maybe I'll get there and I don't like them. Maybe one's scrawny, looks tired, doesn't look good. Maybe one's got a bump or a bruise here or there. There could be a number of reasons. How many horses are in the supplement? I don't know. These are all things that only matter if we get to that 70. And quite frankly, I would feel much more comfortable with 70 to 80% threshold of interest in going to this sale. If we're all happy just to keep things the way they are, fine. I feel there's a couple of holes in our, in our midst, so to speak. I think Eldis Patrick is a great fit. I think you're going to see this weekend. I don't think Swan's Honey will be 110% this week, because I know we didn't train her up hard. I know she's probably due to be shod maybe a week before being due to be shod. So she could be a little bit better, but I still think she'll be 1-2 this week. She was great the last time I drove her. I hooked the wheel. And then last week, I mean, Seabiscuit couldn't win from where Travis had her. That's just the way it was with the 8-hole. What are you going to do? I can assure you she will not be in the same place this week. So I think she fits in rather well. Jekyll and Hyde raced good his first start. We're going to get him back on a full-time schedule. Our horses are racing good right now, but I would like to see a couple more. And I guess it'll be backed by popular demand if we do. So that's the plan for everything moving forward. Yes, I'm at the car wash. I do. I find it easy to get my videos done, especially off-day videos done in the long Friday lineup of the car wash. These are all crazy people just like me behind me. So what else has gone on this week? We got our splints done. We got our curbs done. I think there's only one curb left to cryo. We're going to start castrating horses next week. I guess I can send a list, but you guys know who the likely horses are to be on that list, I suppose. I think I've documented a number of them with the little G's and the big G's. The big G's go first, little G's go second in my roundup there on 2 weeks ago, the videos I did 2 weeks ago about the yearlings. So the big G's will be starting on Monday. The little G's will follow shortly thereafter. So we're getting everything up to snuff. I mean, this time of year, the track's hard. The track's a little icy. We're only going to go between 30 and 40 with them all winter long until you start to get a softer track and they start to get their footing under them. Then we go to 2010. So we same way we always train them. So as far as the drones are concerned, I don't think we're going to have a drone. Well, I know we're not having a drone tomorrow, but we might be able to get you one next Saturday, and I would like to actually get you one next Saturday because the following week, there's just a lot going on. I got to go back and forth to Ohio, getting the horses. I want to make sure the last 2 or 3 training trips, either I or Jason is there to go with them, for help, if nothing more, for the people that work there. And then also, we have horses that are racing right now that we want to get back on the straight and narrow, so to speak. Some of them we want to keep up the good work, like White Tiger and a number of others. And then we also have a number of horses we're trying to get ready here now. No free lunch, training 2-8 in the jog cart at Mohawk. He's going to the vet on Monday. I suspect he's going to get a clean bill of health, and then he's off to the races, literally. We'll get him started back up. I think Better Be Sawyer is right behind him. She might miss the Blizzard Series, but I don't really care. All those Nominers 1, Nominers 2 classes throughout Mohawk and Ontario are good for our girl. So unless you're a layover in that class, there's no added necessity to be there on day 1. But if she is, she is. If she isn't, she isn't. So now you're up to date. All the yearlings, curbs done, splints done for the most part. Starting castrations on Monday. We have the sale coming up on the 17th. I'm off to Ohio next week. It's going to be a real busy end of January for yours truly. So I hope you guys had a good week. The weather was kind of weird. Just everything. It was just a weird off-kilter week. I didn't have a great week. Didn't have a bad week, but just didn't have a great week. Hope it's a better one for all of us. I hope you had a good week, though. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care.